Emma is friends with Asmongold Lakari, Tectone, plus she thinks Ethan Klein's lawsuits are justified. This is crazy. 28,000 likes, 700,000 views. Racist chud. This is a crazy fucking post. So I will say tides are turning on this particular character.
In October 2025, Emiru was probably the streamer receiving the most love and support from the internet. Fast forward to now, she has become the most hated person on the internet. She's literally being labeled as a racist. But if you know what type of content Emiru does online, you must be aware she's known for cosplaying or playing video games, not creating unnecessary drama or beef. And just like you heard at the beginning of this video, according to Denims, another known streamer, tides are turning for Emiru. But what did she do for a post saying, me liking every tweet calling Emiru a racist shirt for not saying fuck ice is able to get 22,000 likes? Did she say LeBron is the GOAT? Did she say Fairy Tail was the best anime? Or did she say Clavicular and Rakai are the future of streaming? No, she didn't do any of this. The reason she's getting as much hate as someone like Jack Doherty is because during her stream, someone asked her for her thoughts about ice. But Emiru didn't feel qualified to speak on that.
There's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to like say their opinions on like important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to like get off the internet. Like, just stop. Like hello? Like, I don't, like, what? Like, how am I gonna, I don't know, get help? Like, even, like, I don't know, like, obviously I don't, like, dislike any of the political streamers, except for, like, some of, like, the really bad ones. I don't really like them. But it's, like, I don't understand how in the first place people care so much what they say. I guess it's because they just have a lot of reach or influence, but it's like, why are you listening to them in the first place? I don't know.
So just like heard, Emiru believes content creators don't always have to share their opinion online. And I personally agree with that. Just because you make money online doesn't mean that you have to share your beliefs or political ideas. Whether it's because you want to keep your privacy to yourself or simply because you don't want to influence your audience carelessly, a content creator is not obliged to express themselves on every single matter. Especially someone like Emiru. She's not known for political content, she's known for gaming content. Nothing says credible expert like her Chainsaw Man cosplay and a ooh at the end of every sentence. If she doesn't want to mix politics with her space, it's her right, it's her channel. But I will say something, the way she worded out her idea made it seem like she was afraid of the backlash she could receive from the internet, because a lot of content creators are afraid of the community. It may sound crazy to say, but in some cases, the community is the one controlling the creator. If your favorite color is blue and your community hates blue, your favorite color is gonna be whatever they want. And there's also the fact that one wrong move could make her lose brand deals, and maybe she's afraid of that. Because let's be honest, you are a little bit qualified to talk about politics. You are an adult, you can vote. Don't tell me you don't know who your president is, the differences between the Democratic and Republican party, because if you don't, then there are a lot of things that you can't do in life. Let's be honest. That's why the way she phrased her opinion made it seem like she was avoiding a loyalty test. But to a lot of people online, neutrality equates to supporting oppression, and that's why content creators like the Neems didn't hesitate to call out Emiru.
When did people on the right get so soy? You're smearing and defaming by calling someone a chud. No, it tells me everything I need to know about the character of someone who talks about things this way. I don't know why this, I mean, it's intentional ignorance, but that's okay. It tells me everything I need to know about this person. If you are fine with commenting on things you don't know about when it benefits you, when you know your audience will like you talking about it, that's one thing. But then for you to use an opportunity or ignore an opportunity where you could talk about something, maybe your audience doesn't like it, maybe you could educate them on it a little bit, but you choose not to, you're just siding with whatever your chud or chudette audience wants to hear. She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say f ICE. It's not that hard of a concept. You know who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying fuck ICE. What about Cinna? You don't have to be a political creator to recognize that it's not hard to say fuck ICE. And I don't know if you know this.
Just like you heard from Denim, content creators have a duty to speak out whenever an injustice occurs. But let's be real, just because you speak online doesn't mean anything. How many times have we seen content creators open up their mouth just to follow a trend? What you do online doesn't equate to what you do in private. Maybe she doesn't want to talk about it online, but in private, maybe she's advocating against ICE. Cutie Cinderella and Senna spoke out against ICE, but is it enough to crucify Emiru? Simple example, my friends and I love 21 Savage. My friends post his latest album online. I don't. Doesn't mean I don't support him in private. Doesn't mean I don't show him love behind the online curtain. No. That's why with the information we have, I don't believe someone can put that kind of judgment on her. And Denims, you're known for being an extremely vocal person online, so I do have one question for you. As a Hassan orbiter, when everyone found out that Hassan was using a shock collar on his dog, did you speak up against him?
If you're an adult in this country, you should be the minimal amount invested in politics because you live here. There's this weird idea in America, especially, where like you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics. What? If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country. You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole taxes thing, so I'm just not going to pay for it. You can't say like, well, I'm just not going to care about all this politics stuff. This is by far like the, I think, dumbest American quality. Saying I'm not into politics.
Saying that only Americans have that kind of opinion is a form of ignorance, because let's be honest, you see this in every country. Also, if you made that far into the video and you love what you're seeing, don't hesitate to subscribe to the channel, because if you don't, YouTube will recommend my content to you, and I know we'll both be sad. That's not what I want, that's not what you want, plus you're gonna be missing the fun, so don't hesitate to subscribe. Oh no, I'm gonna cry, I gotta go back to the video. And according to Asmongold, Emiru hates talking about that kind of subject online.
I know a lot of people online, like, there's people like ask me about it, right? Obviously, because I was an OTK and Emiru was an OTK and etc., right? And so I had a podcast with Emiru, which I think it's kind of, it's ironic that people bring up steak and eggs as like a point of like reference that, oh, this is how we know Emiru is like bad, whenever Emmy was the one that wanted to end the, I'm just going to leak this, right? She's the one that wanted to not do steak and eggs anymore because she didn't want to be involved with the different like controversial stuff. She didn't want to have anything to do with it. That was a big reason. It was the main reason, actually. That's it. That's totally fair, by the way. Like I was like I was the one, like she told me, I told Tectone, and that was the end of it, really. And so, yeah, I totally understand it. And, you know, like, I completely supported it. I mean, you guys know, I mean, I don't have any ill will towards it or anything. And so, like, what I find to be ironic about it is that, you know, you're using this example of a person that, you know, actually probably agrees with you, and you're just attacking them because they won't repeat the party line. It's like, it's insane, man. So instead of all of that, what they would rather do is they want to bully and make people afraid on the internet by collectively harassing and abusing them for no reason other than them saying, I don't want to be involved. That's it.
But as far as the internet is concerned, the damage has already been done. Emiru is not the type of person that shields those kind of behavior, because she's friends with guys like Asmongold, who is seen as a Nazi online, Hecton, who was found guilty of rape, and Lucari, who exposed himself as a PDFL. If this is your circle of friends, then things are most likely not gonna go your way. That's how we end up with tweets like this one. The only time Emiru ever condemned abuse was when it happened to her. Meanwhile, she continues to associate with the most disgusting, awful people. It feels like all she cares about is subs and pandering to that roach's retarded fan base to avoid getting cancelled by them. Honestly, the internet isn't for the weak, because all that bullying forced Emiru to release a statement. A long statement. You literally turned her into Shakespeare. In summary, this Harry Potter length-ass statement says the viral clip was taken out of context and edited in a misleading way. She didn't realize the question was about the government agency at first, and says she does not support people living in fear of being harmed down by authorities, calling that basic human empathy, not politics. She explains she avoids political topics on stream, focuses on gaming and cosplay, and says she's cut ties with any creators accused of abuse once real evidence came out. She spoke up now because the speculation and false narratives were getting out of control. Unfortunately, this is the sad reality of the internet. Whenever something happens, if you don't express your opinion online, then you will be ostracized, demonized, treated as the second coming of Hitler, despite doing more for the cause in private than the people who talk about it online. If you don't have enough evidence, you shouldn't be building up narratives to that degree. But because the internet is full of Shane Sherlock Holmes, we got people that believe they can decipher anything with a hand movement. And that's why Dean Sokol got a point.
Nah, it's not. I feel like people don't even want them to sit. They want them to pick their side. That's what's wrong with people in the world this day and age. Like, if they wanted their opinion, they want it baited in a way for it to make them look bad, right? They just want them to agree with what they believe in. That's the problem. Listen, I'm a very big bro. If somebody didn't do shit wrong, just leave them the fuck alone. Like, it's very simple. It's a very simple way. Like, if you didn't do anything wrong, just leave them alone. That's the problem. But now, the one thing I do disagree with Emmy, right, is that she put out this apology. Because the internet don't give a fuck. The internet won't give a fuck. The internet just looks, the internet is like a bunch of sharks. Okay? With that being said, when they smell blood, they go after it. Now that you apologize, they have you by the balls. Well, you're a woman, you know the other parts. So, okay, don't ever apologize. And I don't understand why people keep doing it.
Ultimately, I will say if you have the possibility to properly educate your audience, then don't hesitate. But if your channel doesn't foster that kind of content and you do your things privately, don't feel the need to go public just to please a few people online. If you touch some grass on a daily basis, then you know this internet shit isn't real. But that'll be all for today's video, guys. Do you agree with me or not? Let me know what you think. And also, if you enjoyed that type of video, don't hesitate to leave a like. And if that type of content is made for you, then subscribe to the channel.